Hi everybody, today let's take a look at an audiobook that I just finished. It's Bernard Cornwell. You may know him from the Richard Sharp series, and this is Fools and Mortals, and it's in the heart of Elizabethan London. One man must risk all and play the part of a lifetime. And this is about Shakespeare's, it's about Shakespeare and I've always been interested in the creative process. You know how a group or a person maybe writes a song or writes a novel or something like, or a movie. For example, the Peter Jackson documentary on the Beatles, writing the songs for Let It Be, Abbey Road, and the concert on the roof. You know, just how all those pieces kind of came together. This one is touches on that. Shakespeare is writing Midsummer Night's Dream for a wedding, and was commissioned as a wedding performance. And also he's in the midst of writing Romeo and Juliet. I bet Bernard Cornwell smoked the Romeo y Julieta cigars. And London, I think this is one of the more truthful books about the Elizabethan age. When I was in college, I wrote a paper on Elizabethan foreign policy, and Elizabeth called it Gloriana, but England at that time under Elizabeth was actually a police state. And this book kind of focuses on that. The main protagonist is Shakespeare's brother Richard, and as I mentioned before, Shakespeare's writing plays, and there's other theater groups that want to steal his plays, and there's a lot of skullduggery going on, and Richard Shakespeare. The protagonist gets kind of caught up in that, and you'd think that he'd get a break because his brother is writing the plays, but not necessarily. There's also a love story kind of going on, which is kind of cool. Some swordplay. There is a LGBTQ element to the story. It's not overt, but it's there. And one thing I liked was they called the plays or the actors. They didn't call them actors. They called them players. And I enjoyed this. And also there's the Shakespeare in Love kind of covers that creative process in a comedic way. And then there's also a series that was on, I want to say NBC, but I'm not 100% sure, called Will. When Will picks up his stuff, moves out of Stratford upon Avon and goes to make his fortune in London. And I also the quote, one of my favorite quotes from the band Rush is, "All the world's indeed a stage, and we are merely players, performers and portrayers." From the song Limelight. You can't go wrong with this one. 9 CDs. Traffic's been kind of good, so I think I did this in about 5 days of commuting. I give the book I'll give it an A. And hopefully Bernard Cornwell will write a sequel. I liked his characters. I liked the reader. The reader is Thomas Judd. I found out that some of the characters, some of the other players, or if you will, were actual players with Shakespeare's company. And I kind of watched a documentary on the life of Shakespeare. Okay, so what do you think? Have you listened or read this book? What's your favorite Shakespeare type film? Like Shakespeare in Love or Will or Anonymous. We'll throw Anonymous in there. And yeah, so what do you think? Give me a hearty thumbs up if you like the vid, comments below, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye now.